I tried a few times, as you can see, to try to make a video from my cell phone, but every time I tried to do the recording, whether on Screencast-O-Matic, I did it as the option for like speaking or being system audio, putting on speaker or not, it just wasn't picking up the recording. So we will just listen to it from my phone. I'll push the buttons that way. It's just, if you think about it, if you just meet somebody and all those text messages in one day, um, there was some flags. Maybe we'll talk about those, but let me get to the phone part. Saved message.
Hello, it's me. You need anything, let me know. I can probably go to the store and get some groceries. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
End of message. Resave.
Hey, hello, it's me. You need anything, let me know. I can probably go to the store and get some groceries. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
So I already blocked him, and that was the phone call from a private number, the voicemail, that he left. The reason why he mentioned groceries is as we were walking around, I was just like, yep, I'm one of the poorest people that you'll ever meet. I was just, I don't make a lot of money, but it was his birthday. And of course, I'm not going to get somebody a birthday present on the first day when I don't even know them. We're just talking. But it was just like, I was just putting it out there. I don't have any money to go spend and buy us dinner or anything like that. It was just, anyways. So I think that's why he mentioned it. But even still, that is just weird. And to let you know, I don't even think he has a job, because as we were talking, he said that his friend was helping him look for a job. He was thinking about maybe being a truck driver. He doesn't live in North Salt Lake like he used to. He broke up, like his girlfriend broke up with him. They were together for 2 years, and it's only been 3 months. And so there's some things that are just weird. Like, I know that after my relationship with Dana, it was only 4 months, and it took me longer than 3 months to get my head wrapped around what the heck just happened to me. And I wasn't ready for a relationship that soon. So that's also not a good thing. So I think he needs some more time. And plus, we're not compatible. I'm not into sports. I couldn't be one of those people to even watch an event. Even if I got offered to go to the Super Bowl and to watch the Super Bowl, I still wouldn't be interested in going. So I'm opposite of that. The other person can have sports and do sporty things and hang out with friends and do sporty things. But I'm just saying I'm personally not one of those kind of women that are going to be hosting a Super Bowl Sunday party and going through all those mechanics of cooking for everybody all day for that. So I'm just, anyways, there's so many things I could say, but I'll just stop for a minute. The reason why I wanted to stop for a minute is because I wanted to continue my thought, but then I'm like, no, this isn't the right channel for that. But since I'm thinking it, I'll just speak it anyways. And as we were walking yesterday and just getting to know each other, he was talking about, he doesn't have kids, which is fine. But he was talking about how, oh, I can help you for Christmas, and acting like, okay, so he doesn't have a job, and he rides a bike, and he has a car, he said, but it needs a new battery. But yesterday when he met my daughter at Walmart and she gave him my number, he bought a shopping cart full, okay, halfway full, of toy cars, so he collects Hot Wheels. That's fine and dandy. You're 42. If you need a car battery, I think you should put the money towards that than the Hot Wheels, even if it's your birthday. Yesterday, he turned 42. So the thing I was going to say, though, is the whole trying to persuade me with money, even though I don't have much. I'm not looking for a guy to shower me with Christmas gifts and things like that. Like, honestly. I was talking to my daughter. I'm like, if you would have met me like 3 years ago, I was like, I don't believe in pagan holidays. Do you know December 25th isn't really Jesus' birthday? That's Tammuz and it's sun worship and all of that. Well, guess what? Jesus Christ actually was conceived at Christmas, Hanukkah. And the Jewish people recognize a birth date as actually conception. Us nation people, we consider the birthday the day of the birth, like when they came out of the birth canal or had a cesarean, So, yeah, persuading me with Christmas isn't anything because I stopped celebrating Christmas and just started to recognize that Christmas really is for Jesus Christ and is really his day, and Satan just hijacked it to make it about him. But it's really about Jesus. So, go ahead and celebrate and talk about Jesus on Christmas and feel good about it and not guilty. So, anyways, that was off topic.
Okay, so Shane from Walmart, my daughter gave this guy my phone number, and yesterday we we went for a walk, had a phone call, text again. It didn't work out. I ended up giving him a message saying, I don't think the first date went well. I'm not interested in this. So after I explained everything, and my other twin daughter, she came home, and the one that gave the number, she's listening to this story, and she's like, hand me your phone, and she blocked Shane. So Shane from Walmart ends up calling me from a private number and leaving me a voicemail. So he ends up giving me a voicemail from a different number because he got blocked. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I sent him a message asking him to please do not call me anymore. Don't text me. I also said I don't like calls before sending me a text. Never come to my house. I will call the police if anybody shows up that I'm not knowing. If it looks like him, I mean, serious. He needs to know to not continue to text with me. And I've been very busy today, and I haven't been able to be near my phone or mess with my phone. It's been a busy day. And with all the phone calls and the text messages I have received today, and me not responding, and then being blocked, he calls me from a different number. So I made it clear to him that he's passed some boundaries, and I don't want any calls or texts, and I don't need an explanation. I don't want to pursue this. Super much chatting on the first time talking. Got some red flags as well. We are going to show the picture of him. This is all just one day. There he is. That picture of me took immediately when he wanted a picture. We didn't even know each other. My daughter gave the number. So we were socializing, and this is just like red flags right here, and we just need to be cautious. I mean, he just met me, and he's talking about cuddling. Like, I'm not into that. I even have a response somewhere in this thread here that I'm looking for something more, to be more slow, to get to know the person, if things lead that way. But I don't want to rush into sex. I'm like, like guys don't like sluts. I don't like guys who try to jump into my pants too soon to try to make me a slut. So I'm not interested into cuddling. I don't even know you. We shouldn't even be talking like that. So he wanted another picture of me. He got one from 2017 because I don't take a lot of selfies. And this used to be my Facebook profile picture. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, I hope Shane from Walmart will leave me alone.
What makes everything really creepy is yesterday on his birthday, he didn't have money for cigarettes, but today he has money where he wants to take me to the grocery store. And I was having a conversation with my daughter, and that's actually kind of insulting to assume that we need help like that when we never implied that we did. But anyways, as our walk around yesterday, we went to his hangout, which is 7-Eleven, which is already like on my creepy list right there. I'm sure my stalker and him are going to become acquainted because as we were going to go for a walk, Dana drove right past us. So yeah, that's just fun in itself. But I figured I'll give this person a chance. I didn't realize at Walmart when he was shopping for his birthday and picking out a lot of Hot Wheels, he was talking to my daughter, and he was actually he was hitting on my daughter, who is quite young. She's old enough, as she's 18 plus, she's 19. But that is too young for a 42-year-old to be hitting on. And so she gave him my number, like, well, it was more like, my mom is more of your age, and maybe you should talk to her, because he was talking to my daughter about, you should get married, you need to find a boyfriend, and you should get married. That conversation was happening, and he was picking up on my daughter. And so my daughter was actually hoping that I was going to reject him and have him go away. And so I never really understood all of what I just said to you prior to this. I only understood half of what I just told you. I didn't really understand. He was trying to pick up on my daughter, and that's just creepy in itself. So, maybe in the last part of me talking, I also sound like maybe, he's just a guy who's going through a tough time or something, and, cut him slack. But I'm really not interested in needing to be in a relationship. And if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I want it to be a mutual both kind of thing. And the reason why I was cutting it off and I started to see red flags is because I was the conversation on text was kind of going dry, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get off. I was just going to go watch a YouTube video and go to sleep, because it was around 11 o'clock and I was getting tired. But then he still wanted to socialize, and I'm like, well, think of something to say. And he's like, I'm thinking. So I started talking a lot, and then he wasn't responding, and then he wants to tell me he fell asleep and things like that. I was already trying to get off the phone. You kind of wanted me to stay. I stayed. You weren't responding. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting off the phone. And it was just like a switch, and it was like weird. It felt like manipulation. I'll keep you on the text message all day, but I have to hold the conversation most of the time. I have things that I have to do. And as we were walking around yesterday and talking, I explained that, see, we have all these kittens, and we had to get them gathered because we're giving them, she has a lot of cats, so we can only keep so many. And so I already told him it's going to be a hard day because I have to choose which cat I'm keeping, because we can't have, 4 adult cats and then also have 11 babies. So, you got to make your choice, Mom. Which one do you want? And I made the choice, and we were rounding up the kittens and cats. So Shane already knew I had a busy schedule today with the cats, and how I was already, so that's what I was doing. And I didn't have time to sit there and be looking at my phone and texting. My phone was in the kitchen. I was with the cats. And the appointment was at 1, so I only had so much time. And a person shouldn't just keep texting and texting and texting, and you haven't been able to respond. It was in the morning through 1 o'clock, and it was a lot of text messages, a lot of phone calls, and voicemails, and even a voicemail from a private number after I blocked him. So yeah, that's a little pushy, a little crossing boundaries. And if someone can't kind of see that and slow it down a little bit, it's not worth to continue. It feels like this is going to be a drama-filled relationship, you know? So even though you're looking past someone's looks and you're not trying to judge them on all that, I judge people by their fruit, and it just feels like too much trying to get affection, too much trying to provide for me, too much everything, and I only know you a day. It's like, are you looking for some place to live because your sister is kind of tired of it? Get a job? I don't know.
Out here willing to pay my own way, pay sometimes for the both of us for different things or whatever, trying to prove that every woman doesn't think that you're responsible for their hair and nails, right? Okay, so I'm out here, trying to prove that fact, like, look at me, I'm different. So here I am, getting taken advantage of, meeting scrubs, scrub here, scrub there. These dudes who are online talking crap about how women can't pay for shit or don't want to pay for shit, and no man is gonna want a girl who just expects to be paid for everything and don't do nothing herself. Those same dudes can't afford shit themselves. And if you can't afford shit, don't ask me out, because I'm not paying for everything. That's crazy. I'm out here being used for money that I don't have. That's crazy. Now you got me judging you for being broke when I was, trying to give people a chance. Now I don't want to give a chance no more. No, if you ain't got the bag, I don't want it. Leave me alone. So I look like a sugar mama? Because no. Like, now all I'm getting is dudes who ask for rides, ask for Cash App, and ask for me to buy them dinner. Ew.